More on this, I have joining me live on the news, the governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong. He joins us right now from our Abuja studios. Many thanks for joining us, Your Excellency.
Very much.
The president was ready for his campaign today, but the crowd was so really overwhelming that there was no chance for him to speak. What do you think this says about the chances of the APC in your state?
Very, very bright. Very, very, very bright. Because this is not the first time. In 2011, President Buhari came to Plateau State to campaign, and he couldn't get out of the car. And that was at the polo field. And in 2014, when we came for his rally, it was also very, very difficult. Not to get in, but to get out. And eventually we lost 3 people. 3 people died in the process. And this time, I think Plateau people call it the mother of all rallies. Because this rally was not only SPC, but civil servants and public individuals who felt so happy. Both the federal government and the state government came out to welcome Mr. President. And so it was very, very difficult to control the crowd that was there. And at the stadium, we stood for almost 1 hour trying to control the crowd so that Mr. President can use the microphone, but it was difficult.
But the crowd was expected, Governor. The crowd was expected, wasn't it?
It was expected, but sometimes when you see crowds and you control them out of excitement, it becomes something. It becomes something else.
It becomes something else, because in the process, even the microphone, they took over. They took over the podium.
All right.
So even the public address system was not there again.
Okay, let's talk about your own chances as the governor of the state. Do you think you've done enough to merit a 2nd term in office?
Absolutely, because when we came in, if you measure that with what we've done so far, you will know that yes, we've done tremendously well.
Okay, so there has been some relative calm in Plateau State as we speak for over 4 months now. How was that managed?
Well, just like we did in 2015. And we were running that, we were enjoying our peace, when eventually there was a slight break in the peace process. And then we had that unfortunate incident at Gachis. Now, when it happened, it didn't discourage us. We quickly went into more actions. And that is why you are seeing peace, because that is our #1 cardinal policy. So each time we see any breakdown of law and order, we concentrate in addressing that issue. So peace is our priority.
All right, election is just around the corner. Election is just around the corner of the governor. What do you intend to do to ensure peace continues in your domain and beyond even the election?
Well, yeah, we put in so many measures.
What are the measures?
We also have the peace building. That's the only one that is established in the whole of the nation. So the peace building is in process. We have other NGOs also working in the state. And then a formidable security outfit in the state. By the grace of God, we are the only state that has the Armored Division, the Operation Safe Haven, the rescue barracks, and recently 2 mobile squads established.
All right, let's talk about the IDPs now. Some of them are now returning home, but they are very much alive with you, people who are not particularly settled yet in terms of farmer-headed conflict, and they are returning to their homelands. Yes. Can you speak a little on how this was achieved and the reconstruction process in the affected areas?
Yeah, after the Gashis incident, we went ahead to set up a committee to see the possibility of reconstruction and rehabilitating the IDPs. So at this stage, when the committee submitted the report, we quickly went into action. So what we did was to, first of all, take the first phase of the IDPs. We've returned them and also made provisions for some of items like implements for farming if we get into the rainy season, while also concentrating on long-term measures to finally reconstruct and rehabilitate them, which is also done in conjunction with the federal government through the Herdsmen Farmers Conflict Committee. And I'm a member of that committee representing North Central Zone. So it's easier for me to implement that in my state.
All right, let's talk about the upgrade that you gave to some traditional rulers in your state, some to first-class titled chiefs. What was your reason for this?
Well, part of our policy process, one of it is good governance. Good governance and provision of social welfare. So what is good governance? What is social welfare? These are giving governance to the people at the grassroots and also ensuring there's a sense of belonging. In the past, for several years, people were yearning for this. Now others who were at an advantage were oppressing them. So I saw an opportunity to redress some of this oppression. And that was why we did massive upgrading of chiefdoms and even first class. So we've done that, and we're already going on to give them staff of office. So that is what also informed the massive crowd that you saw today. People came out from villages who had no political leaning when they heard that the APC was making a launch to also show in their presence.
Was that the plan? Was that the plan all along, Your Excellency, or was this just a perfect timing for that?
Well, this is part of it. That's governance. When governance is all comprehensive. It's all comprehensive because the poor man in the village must also have something that will give him a sense of belonging in government. So once he has his own problem, maybe just upgrading his chieftaincy stool, and he feels very happy. He can die for that.
All right. What will be your word?
What we did.
Thank you. What will be your word for the people of Plateau State as we rapidly approach elections?
Well, my word for the people of Plateau State, first of all, is to thank them for this wonderful show of solidarity today. For both Mr. President and for us, for me, let me say me, that is representing all the APC candidates in Plateau State and the government too.
All right.
I want to thank them for their cooperation.
We must thank you for coming on TVC News Hour, the Governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong. Many thanks for your time and contributions today on TVC News Hour.
Thank you.